This video will show what steps we take when we receive a new kill sheet file. All of this is done in the ProductionPath app. We are currently in the ProductionPath. We can always find it by clicking on the app launcher and selecting ProductionPath. We start by looking at Harvest Lots. As with every tab, we can always click on the caret icon to access helpful links, including recent records and recent list views that we can switch between. To create a new harvest lot, we click on New Harvest Lot, and there is also an option for New here. The minimum required information is a harvest lot name and status. It helps to include the date, lot number, or source in the name. For this example, we use 12, 12, 20, 25. We can also select different species of animals. For this example, we choose cattle. This is a wholesale lot and we are scheduling for December. For now, we set the status to planned, scheduled, or in progress. Even if this one already happened and the harvest is behind us, that's fine. We just set it to in progress. We can specify where the kill facility was, and we set the date. Now we pick a processor and set a processing date for the day after. Our lot number is 12, 12, 25. All other information below will be calculated as we continue. As we view this record, many of these fields are editable. Since this user is a system administrator, we can edit fields that normal users can't. All the cost of goods sold, revenue, and margin fields will be calculated once our records are entered. Let's go ahead and save that lot. Now we are looking at the record details screen for this harvest lot. Here, we see the Details tab with all the information just entered. We can edit any of these details using the pencil icon or the Edit button at the top as needed. On the right, we have some inventory management tools that we have not used yet, which we will use in a moment. We can also click under the Related tab here. These are all the different records related to this harvest lot. This includes the animals harvested that day, the purchase lots they came from, the carcasses created from the harvest, and any cut sheets we want to apply and link to this record. In the Cost and Revenue section, these are the fields mentioned earlier. They are empty right now, but they will be filled in as we continue the process. Now, let's go to the Upload Kill Sheet Inventory flow. The first step is to upload a file. We can drag a file here or click to upload one. Once uploaded, we get a quick review of the information in the file, just to make sure everything looks correct when we click Next. Then we need to give it a harvest date. This date applies to all the animals and inventory created from this upload. We set the type to wholesale, note that it was packed yesterday, and indicate the storage temperature is frozen. We also want to create animal records within HarvestPath at this stage, since we do not have any existing ones. If there are already animal records from a previous purchase lot, or if there are animals we own and are raising, the system will try to match the new carcass records with existing animal records based on their tag number. So we select Yes for this. The total lot cost is the total amount paid for the lot, whether it is the live weight price or the carcass price for the whole lot. This is not the price per pound. It is the full cost for the entire lot. We use this cost along with the weights from the file to determine the correct live weight cost and carcass cost per pound. Let's go ahead and click Next. Note that $signs are not allowed there. At this point, we can either create a new beef purchase lot or use an existing one. If we are doing a subsequent upload for the same harvest lot, which is possible, we can do multiple uploads and the system will recalculate everything for us. If we want, we can link all those later uploads to an existing purchase lot. For example, maybe we create a new one this first time, but for the next uploads, we would choose Existing Purchase Lot and select the one we made earlier. For this step, we create a new one. Now, the flow will ask for a name. We call it something similar like the purchase lot with the date. We select the buyer, the purchase date, and the seller. At the bottom, there are more options. Here, we can choose how to input the animal's live weight. If the live weight is included in the file we are uploading, we select this option here, Individual Animal Weight from File. This pick list will read our column headers, and we can choose which one contains the live weight. This way, each animal record created will have a specific actual weight instead of using an average. If we do not have the live weight in the import file, we choose the first option and simply enter the total lot weight. In this case, when we create animals, we just use an average of that lot weight. For now, let's go back to using the live weight. These are some fields where we collect information about the animals being created. We capture their source ranch and the current owner, which is ourselves. The birth date is, of course, an estimate, since this is for a whole group of animals. We are uploading cattle. Let's move to the next step. Here, the system groups cattle by hundredweights. If we have set up carcasses by 100 weight, we can do that here. We can select the 300 carcass beef weight, 400, and then 500. Or, if we use just one product for all carcasses, we can select the same option for all. After selecting Next, we will see some summary numbers to review everything at the end and make sure it all looks correct. Then, we save this. This will just take a moment. We see we are back on our harvest lot. It takes a minute to run all the calculations needed to show all of our aggregate information over on cost and revenue. When we go over to animals, we should be all set. Now, when we click over to Related, we see all the different animals. We can view their hanging weight, their last live weight captured from our file, a new name created from their source ranch, their tag number, an abbreviation for the animal type, and the current owner abbreviation. The specific animal costs are captured here based on the total lot cost that was entered. We can also see the new beef purchase lot that was created, as well as our carcass inventory items, each with their specific carcass weights. There are no primal lots yet. We have not reached that step. But we can click through to our purchase lot and see similar information, including our related animals. We can always attach the upload file here using the Files Related list, and it will keep a record of that on the beef purchase lot. That is how we upload a kill sheet inventory file. If another upload is needed, we can go right back to that flow. All the actual numbers will update, including our actual animal costs, actual cost per head, prices per pound, and other related figures. At this point, we can update all our landed costs as they relate to the harvest lot. We can add things like brand inspection, processing kill fees, supply charges, and other similar costs. If there is not a specific line for something we need, we can always use Other and then add a note in the Total Landed Costs Notes field to explain what cost was included there. Thank you for watching. For more help, please reach out to your administrator.